For Section 2 of the Outlook 2010 Advanced class, we'll talk about Advanced Information Management Tools. The learning objectives for this section will talk about Advanced Calendar Options, Advanced Task Options, and lastly, Advanced Contact Management Options. We'll first start off by talking about Advanced Calendar Options. To get to the Advanced Options, you'll find in the Outlook Options dialog. To get there, you simply have to click on the File tab, open the left pane. On the left pane, open up Options. Under the Options menu, you want to go ahead and select Calendar. Under the Calendar options, you can set your daily work time. So let's say my start time happens to be at 8:30 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and it's Monday through Friday. I can set that. I can set the first day of the week. I could set the first week of the year. I can also set the default reminder times. So instead, if I want to have a reminder 30 minutes before an event or a meeting, I can get that set. I can set the display color for my calendar. I can set the font style that I would like to have my events displayed in on my calendar. If for any reason you work away from your local time zone, so let's say, for example, although I'm here in Wisconsin most of the time, I spend a good part of my time working out of San Francisco. I can set my second time zone. To do that, I would select the Show a Second Time Zone. I'm going to label this San Francisco. Go ahead and select Pacific Time. And whenever I'm in San Francisco, if I need to swap my time zone, I just simply press the Swap Time Zone box, and this will automatically put me into the San Francisco time zone, so I don't miss any appointments here in the Central Time Zone. By default, Outlook does not have the holidays included on your calendars. Although you can add the holidays if you wanted to. To do that, you'll go under the calendar options, click on Add Holidays, select the country that you would like to have the holiday calendar for. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and select United States. Since I already have it installed, it says holidays for United States are already installed. Do you want to install them again? I'm going to select no. In your case, you would select yes. Therefore, now you have the Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Flag Day, President's Day, and any other holidays that's part of the United States. Outlook allows for us to have more than one calendar at a time. Some may ask why you would need more than one calendar. Let's say in my case, I coach soccer outside of my regular job, and I want to schedule all of the practices and games on my calendar, but do not want it to interfere with my regular work calendar. To do this, simply click on the calendar option on the navigation pane, located on the bottom left-hand side. Under My Calendars, right-click on the calendar icon. You'll be asked to and then go under New Calendar. You'll be asked to enter a name for the calendar and select a folder to contain your new calendar. For this example, I'm just going to say soccer. I'm going to put it under Calendar. And go ahead and click OK. Now, if you look under My Calendars, now I have a soccer calendar. If your team always seems to be out of sync when it comes to scheduling meetings, You may find it helpful to create a calendar group to quickly pull up everyone's schedule in one view. To do so, first go to the Calendar menu under the navigation pane. On the Manage Calendars ribbon, click on Calendar Groups. After that, you want to click on the menu that says Create New Calendar Group. We're going to call this calendar group Book Club. We click OK. And let's say in this book club we have 3 individuals: Mariah, Katie, Ackley, and Mario Cano. I'm going to click OK. Now, I can view all their schedules put together, including my own schedule. For a simpler view to schedule open spots, I usually select the Schedule view under the Arrange group. This way it stacks all the calendars together. You may sometimes want to try to cap it at 3 to 4 people, as it may get tough to see everyone else's schedule. And that's how you would create a calendar group. We will now review some of the advanced task options tools. We'll start off by talking about the recurring task. In my case, I have an assigned task to submit my monthly schedule to my supervisor on the first Monday of each month. Because it's a recurring task, I would create a recurring task simply by going under the Task option under the navigation pane. Under the Home tab, select New Task. The subject, I'm just going to go ahead and say Submit Monthly Schedule. I'm going to make it a reoccurring simply by pressing the reoccurrence button. It's a monthly pattern. It's going to be the first Monday of every 1 month. There's no end date. Then select OK. Start date. So their next start date would be June 3rd. Due date June 3rd. Priority, high priority. Reminder, yes, I want to be reminded. And I want to be reminded on May 31st. And I'm just going to go ahead and save and close. Now this reoccurrence will happen every single first Monday of every single month. With Outlook, you also have the ability to assign tasks for someone else to take care of the task. To do this, let's create a new task. And we're going to call it Get T-shirt quote. We're going to assign this task to Saul Castile. Start date, we're going to put today as a start date. Due date, let's say we want to get this quote in by Wednesday, the 22nd. Priority is high. I'm going to check the box, keep an updated copy of this task on my task list. And I also want this individual to send me a status report when the task is complete. And I simply press send. Now, If you are the person receiving the assigned task, in this case, I received an assigned task from Alan, you'll see that the icon is not an envelope icon. It's actually a task icon. And I have the option of accepting or declining this task. The title of the task is the Blackboard Collaborate Screen Share Demo. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Now this will prompt a message to Alan that I have accepted this task. I'm going to go under my task box. I'm going to select this task that Alan has assigned to me. And now that I've completed it, I'm going to go ahead and say, "Hi Alan, demo is completed as requested." Okay. I'm going to say completed and send a status report. Go ahead and send that to Alan. And as you all can see, Outlook does a pretty good job with creating a template for the status report. I'm going to go ahead and press the send button to Alan. Now I can mark it as complete, save and close. Now this task is completed and I no longer have to worry about the task coming up as due. The last part of this section, we will look at advanced contact management option tools. We'll start off with creating and modifying a contact group. If you find that you are sending emails to the same people all the time during the day, it can get tedious entering in their addresses individually. We will take a look at creating contact groups to make the process a lot easier. First, you want to click on the Contacts option on the navigation pane. In the New Group, you want to select New Contact Group. And click on that button. We will name the contact group Tech Academy Group. We'll go ahead and add new members from our address book. We'll start off with Mr. Brent Kramer, Mr. Alan Nadachu, Mr. Patrick Barlow, and Miss Shayna Keene. Okay. Now I have the 4 individuals that are in this group. I'm going to go ahead and save and close. Now, if I wanted to draft a new message, I would simply click on New Email, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that group up simply by clicking in the name, Tech Academy Group. You know that it's a group because there's a plus icon on the left-hand side here, and it's in bold writing so that you know it's in a group. This means that you're sending it to these individuals. If you want to look at the number of individuals in this group, you simply just expand the list, and as you can see, there's 4 individuals on this list. We're going to name this, and we can start drafting a message. And send it to this group. You can modify this new group simply by first finding them. Here it is, Tech Academy Group. We're going to double click on this. We can modify them simply by removing members and adding new members. If you want to simply communicate via email or meeting, you can do that right here. So automatically send a message to the group. If you want to set up a group meeting, you can simply press the meeting box and it'll set up a meeting time for the group. So it saves time, especially if you work primarily with these individuals on a particular project or if you guys meet on a regular basis. The default contacts folder in the Outlook is created in each Outlook profile. This folder cannot be renamed or deleted. You might have additional contact folders that you created or were automatically created by the Outlook social connector for each of the configured social networks. In my case, under the contacts option, I have my LinkedIn contacts. I can share any of these folders by doing the following. Under the My Contacts folder, I'm going to go ahead and select my LinkedIn contacts. I'm going to right-click. Under the menu, there's a Share option. I'm going to go ahead and share my contacts. And I'm going to share this with Alan. And I'm going to allow Alan to add, edit, or delete items from this contact folder. And I can go ahead and send this contact folder to Alan. If you're like me, you have hundreds of contacts. Sometimes trying to sort through the clutter can be daunting. Similar to the categories with the email messages, Outlook allows you to categorize your contacts so that you can sort them into logical groups. For instance, you may want to view only contacts that you work with, or contacts that are only in your family. It is quite easy to do so in Outlook, and here's how. First, you must open your contacts in Outlook. Let's go ahead and select a contact. In this case, we're going to select Dr. Elizabeth Reyes. Under the tags group, we're going to go ahead and go under Categorize, all categories. We're going to go under the purple category. We're going to rename that. I'm going to rename it Community because she is a community member. Click OK. Now we have Dr. Reyes listed under the community contact. Mr. Moore, also a community contact. So if I ever needed to pull a group of community individuals, I can pull just the community members from my list of hundreds and hundreds of contacts. To view our contacts based on the categories that we've arranged, simply click on the Contacts option under the navigation pane. Click on View. We're going to change the view to a list. Next, we're going to click on Categories for the arrangement. Now, we're going to scroll over to the Categories column. Double click on that. Now, these categories will detail who we have put into each of the categories. For example, the sales report category, I have 3 individuals. Miscellaneous, I have 3. Madison College Program Planners, I have 4. HSC, I have 1. And Community, I currently have 1.